welcome to the Nyancon 2016 Retrospective. Basically, if you don't know, after every con I like to take some time and quickly talk about my experience at the convention. And for those of you who may not know, with Nyancon, it's special to me, in that I volunteer at the event every year. Currently, my job is that of weapons check and a bit of security. So, I want to take some time to talk about the event, kind of help promote it, talk about some of the good, and offer some of my, observations and critiques for the future, potentially. Again, I'm just, weapons check. I'm pretty much, a glorified volunteer, I would say, personally, in my opinion. But, the rest of the committee, the rest of the people who run the convention, do seriously consider me as staff, and I just want to say thank you for that, but I'm not involved in a very official capacity. I want to make that clear. So any observations, critiques, opinions, whatever that I offer are those of an individual. I am not saying things on behalf of the convention, the committee, the con chair, anyone at all, and I want that to be 100% clear. I am speaking for Valiant Bradley James, and that is all. Cool. So, with that established, basically I just want to talk about some of the things that were different this year from last year, some of the things that I liked, some of the things I didn't enjoy as much, maybe, and yeah. So, first off, this year, what was different? Well, going to the convention, one of the things that was different this year was registration for the event. This year was the first year where we actually had, people register for the event so that we could keep track of attendance. We did it this year because, we did it this year because we have to approach Lakeland, with information about the convention, so that we can be allowed to use the A building, the theater, and any other spaces that we feel like we may need. So solid, concrete numbers are very important information to give out. If we approach Lakeland with, we had 200 people at this event, they can be like, okay, yeah, we're giving you a building. Last year, I don't know the exact numbers. I believe it was somewhere in the not quite 2,000-ish. But this year, I believe, and I do have to check my information on this, but I believe we were above 2,200, 2,290-ish, maybe? I'm not clear on that. Again, to be 100% clear. But yeah, so because of that, we expanded a little bit. So this year we used the A building as well as Breakers, the theater, but also the auxiliary gym over in the Y building. We used the auxiliary gym for the arts alley and vendors room. The place where you can buy cool art and other cool merchandise and such. Which had its good and bad. The good, definitely, in my opinion, was for loading and unloading vendors. Obviously with vendors they have to bring in a lot of different stuff, all their merchandise, all their stands and racks and stuff, and putting in the Y building was so convenient to unload their stuff, because having worked last year with unloading, whenever we had it in Breakers, we had people come down to the receiving dock, and then we'd have to ride the elevator up to the second floor where we had the vendors area, and unload all our stuff there, and then run back downstairs and do that. And it's very time consuming, it wasn't very fun, and it can get crowded in a tiny elevator. Luckily though, because we had the Y building this year and the auxiliary gym, honestly we could go right in the front door of Y building into the auxiliary gym, unload people, help them get their table set up, and be done with it very quickly, which was awesome. Definitely major plus. And, I want to thank Lakeland for allowing us to use that area. Thank you so very much for that. A small downside of that, though, is Y building is quite a fair amount of distance away from, you know, the rest of the convention. Like, for those of you who've been to, you know, Colossal Con or Ohio Con, I would say, yeah, trying to think of like a good comparison. Like, for Colossal Con, okay, you know, like that wide hallway that goes around like the big vendors area, pretty much like one, maybe two sides of that, I would say, is the equivalent distance you have to walk from Con Ops to get to the gym. It's pretty far, you know, there's some stairwells and stuff like that, but, you know, to make sure people were on the right track the entire time, we did have set up, you know, like blue tape arrows, as well as balloons at like intersections to let you know, oh hey, like, balloons with like directions, like, you know, go forward for vendor's room, go left for like Con Ops, you know, different stuff. We tried to do to help alleviate some of the confusion, because unfortunately, and I don't know like why we didn't have a map in the program itself. Like, I don't have anything to do with that, but unfortunately we did not. So people unfamiliar with the campus may not know, okay, we're in A building right now, and Y building is over here, and the theater is in this building right next to A building. So that's like one of the downsides to the con this year, is we didn't have a map in the program. Last year I don't think we did either. So that's definitely one of the things I would suggest for the future guys, if we can incorporate a map. But, you know, we had directions. Some people, you know, didn't get the obvious hint of, hey, there's balloons at like all these intersections, maybe we should leave them alone. So, you know, from time to time, one of us would go around double checking all the balloons and stuff, making sure that the directions were clear. And, you know, we had to direct people at times, like, okay, you know, if you go down here and you turn right, bam, there's the theater building. Or if you go down this hallway, turn left, just keep going forward and you will hit the gym soon enough. So that was one of the big things that was also different, was, you know, using the gym. Talked about registration. And then, honestly, like, other than that, for me, there wasn't much that was different. You know, I was at Con Ops a lot of the time. I was doing weapons checks, you know, and just being the gopher, you know, for whatever they needed. So there's not much else for me to say in that regard. So I'll quickly just move forward to like some of the stuff that I got from the convention, and close the video up. So, you know, despite being staff, I did get some time to, you know, walk around the convention, see some of the cool stuff, and interact with people. When I went to the vendor's room, I got a couple of things. I got this awesome One Piece throw blanket. For those of you who don't know, I'm a strong One Piece fan. So now on those cold winter nights, which are coming soon, by the way, you know, I'll be able to sleep a bit more comfortably under the Straw Hat flag. That was, I want to say, $30, if I remember right. I forget. I got this Gurren Lagann wall scroll. It has Yoko, Kamina, and Simone on it. I got that. God, I forget the price, but it was from the same vendor as the blanket thing. Like, that vendor, God, I love you guys. You guys are wonderful, nice, very awesome people. And, you know, hope to see you at Nyancon 2017. Like, keep up the good work. You're awesome. And then finally, I got this Gajiel art piece. I don't know, like, you know, oh, it's a sketch, or oh, it's a this or a that. But I got this one piece from Primogenitor 34. I'll put the name of the artist like below me or above me or something so you guys can see it. But I saw this Gajiel piece and I was like, I love it and I would like to have it, because one of the things I'd like to try doing going forward is, like, you know, getting all these pictures of all these different characters that I cosplay and, like, you know, maybe hang them up like around my room or something like that. I don't know yet. But I saw this, I got it, and I'm going to put it up somewhere eventually. And then that was like all the physical stuff that I got. I did get a few pictures, which I'll put in a montage at the end of the video. But yeah, that's all I really got physically from the convention. Other than that, you know, floating around a bit, I did get to interact with some people. I did get to see some cool stuff. You know, some very awesome cosplays, some very cool props at my weapons check table. And legit, you know, I just want to send shout-outs to everyone who brought in their different props and such that I got to check. Like, they were all very cool, very nice. Like, you guys should be proud of yourselves for what you do. Prop making, as, you know, I know and you know, can be difficult at times. And to make something that you can take consistently to a con, it can be a challenge at times. You know, if you guys are ever looking for, like, suggestions or ideas for, like, basic stuff, let me know. Like, I do some basic things. I have my shark guitar, which is actually right behind the camera, and I will grab, but I made this myself. I also make some swords and a few other, like, simpler things. So if you guys ever need any suggestions or thoughts, feel free to hit me up, ask me questions. And yeah, like, that's pretty much all I really want to talk about for the convention, I would say. I mean, really quick, I will address some things. Like, you know, I saw on social media some people were like, oh man, there's not, like, enough variety or interesting panels at the convention. And to that, all I have to say, like, is, if you would like to, like, honestly, submit your own panel ideas. If you have stuff that you want to bring to Nyancon, bring it up. Like, we do have panel submissions. We do have, you know, vendor openings, artist alley openings. Like, you know, put in your submissions, and maybe you can get into the convention. I cannot guarantee anything. Do not approach me. Do not ask me, hey, can I get into the convention? Because I have no say in that, and yeah, I can't do anything. Just to let you know. I'm just saying, like, if you want to see something, or if you have stuff to bring to Nyancon, you know, we're very open, we're very willing to, like, work with people, so, you know, put in your application, and maybe you'll get into the convention. I can't guarantee it, though, because we are a smaller convention, and we are very volunteer-based for, like, staffing and such, so, like, it's, it's not going to be a guarantee thing, I'll just say that. Also, as I said, for volunteers, if you're interested in helping out with the convention, definitely talk to us on the Nyancon Facebook, potentially on nyancon.org. I'm not 100% sure about, like, if there's any contact thing there, but, like, or talk to me and I can, like, direct you to the right person to talk to if you want to help us out. You know, volunteering helps us out so very much with the convention, and, you know, if you want to be a part of it, it's a long day, definitely. Like, I was there from 8 a.m. roughly to about 10 o'clock myself, but I had to leave early. From what I heard, people were there till about 12:30, like, after midnight, for, you know, like, taking down the convention. You know, like, making sure we took all the signs out of the hallways, took all the balloon directions things off, and just cleaning up stuff. Because Nyancon, we are very courteous. We do appreciate Lakeland allowing us to host the convention there, and we show our respect by, you know, like, doing our best to make sure the place isn't wrecked after the convention, because that would be rude. And Lakeland would probably politely ask us to not host the event next year. So, also, in that regard, like, if you plan on attending the convention, please be courteous, you know, to the volunteer staff, you know, Lakeland Community College itself, and your fellow con-goers. Like, you know, this is a nice convention. You know, it's a one-day thing. You know, it's a good place for people who want to get into anime conventions to go to. You know, it's a nice, like, one-day thing for people who've been to a lot of conventions to go to and, you know, just have a chill day. So, if you do plan on attending Nyancon in the future, you know, be courteous, be kind, you know, be respectful. It's a very crazy day for all of us. Yeah. I think that's all I really have to say now. So, I will end this with a quick photo montage of all the cool stuff that I saw. And, yeah. As always, everyone, Please leave your comments, questions, concerns, whatever in the comment section below. And also, if you know about other cool conventions in Ohio that I haven't talked about before, or that you think I should go to, let me know about them. Like, I'm curious. I'm always looking for new things to go to. My future plans include potentially, if I can, going to Northeast Geek Expo. It's in Ashtabula. Like, I've heard some cool things about it, and I want to go to it. I haven't had the chance because I've worked the last couple of years, but here's to hoping this year. And, if not, I will get down there at some point. I'm always looking for cool new things to, share with you guys. So, as always, everyone, have fun, stay safe, be hydrated, and I, Valiant Bradley James, will catch you next time. Peace.